Today is World Rotary Day, and joining me to sensitize awareness on this day, I have very special dignitaries with me in the studio. Starting from my immediate left, we have the President, Rotary Club, Rotarian Hussein Oshobugie. Thanks for coming.
Thank you.
And next to him, we have the Assistant Governor, Zone 3 District 9141, Rotarian Nosa Edo Osage. Thanks for coming.
Thank you very much.
Well, today is World Rotary Day. It brings some sense of humor and direction.
Yes.
So what do you think is all about this day?
Yeah, Rotary, first of all, it's an organization made up of about 1.2 million members, and they're all focused in doing good to the society with the major aim of eradicating polio.
Oh.
And the fight of polio has begun since 1985, where Rotary actually launched a global fight to make sure they immunize every children in the world. That was the exact period they launched the fight against polio. So the aim was to immunize every child in the world against polio. And as we can speak right now, Africa is 100% polio free. So it calls for great celebration, it calls for big celebration. Worldwide now we have just 2 countries who are still having 1 or 2 cases of polio. This is Afghanistan and Pakistan, right?
Correct.
Yeah, so the fight against polio has begun since 80s, and here we are in the 21st century. We are polio free in Africa and almost worldwide.
I think that's a huge one. Now that Africa is polio free, 100%, like what the president said, those idea, what would be, before we talk about that, what's the theme for this year?
Well, like my president has just said, today's World Polio Day is also known as World Peace and Understanding Day. Everything started from 1905, you know, when Paul Harris, you know, the founder, himself and 3 other business and professional acquaintances gathered together. And the very first Rotary Club, historically, was the Rotary Club of Chicago. And they gathered in room 711 in the Unity Building, downtown Chicago. I think it's Sherman Street. And thereafter, by 1910, the first convention held. You know, and thereafter, other clubs, you know, in the United States, you know, they were formed. And before you knew it, by 1912, there were clubs, you know, outside the United States. And Rotary changed its name, you know, to Rotary International. Okay. And that is just the beginning of Rotary. And like I need to tell you, is the foremost service club in the world. And is the largest, you know, single organization, you know, that has a diverse and international, you know, coloration.
Foremost service club
in the world.
I love that. Now, you spoke about Africa being polio-free. You said 100%.
Yes.
Good. Now that we've been able to achieve that and the contributions you've made to the society as Rotarians, am I correct?
Yes.
Okay,
correct.
as an organization, what do you set as another goal? Since we have polio-free in Africa 100%, what's your next goal?
Yeah, like we have on our screen, Rotary has different areas of focus. Okay. We have peace and conflict resolution and prevention. We have basic education and literacy. We have supporting the environment. We have disease prevention and treatment. We have water and sanitation. We have community economic development and maternal and child health. All these are 7 areas of focus for Rotary.
Wow.
In each of them, we carry out projects to see how the community becomes a better place. Take, for example, like basic education and literacy. We go to schools, we distribute exercise books, we help them in their basic education needs. There are some schools where we also look at water and sanitation. We build boreholes in some communities who have issues with water, because the trace of polio actually has been down to bad, unclean water.
Oh yes, of course.
So we try to start from the scratch to see how we can give communities clean water. So we give them boreholes, we give them sanitary environments where they can use in cleanly, you know. And then we also have so many other projects which we are facing since the eradication of polio.
Great to know you guys have your eyes on the ball. That's actually why you've been able to really make such immense achievements, looking at your area of focus. Edo Saige, what is happening today? We know this World Rotarian Day, but let's look at your line-up programs for today in observing and sensitizing awareness.
Thank you. Like I've just said, it is celebrated worldwide, because of its importance. And don't forget that 23rd February 1905 was when Rotary was formed. There's so much activities lined up, not just today, the whole of the week, and it would climax by Sunday. You've just heard, most of the things the Rotary clubs do, helping the needy and, improving communities and what have you. So there are so many things. But let me just quickly add now that aside polio, Rotary, as we speak, is in the forefront, of COVID-19 amelioration in terms of trying to, water down, the pandemic.
The impact.
The impact, exactly. The WHO, UNICEF, and other health organizations have co-opted Rotary. And Rotary is in the forefront. If Rotary can successfully wipe off the poliomyelitis, the world thinks the most appropriate organization to assist governments of various countries is Rotary. And as we speak, Rotary is trying to assist various governments in terms of immunization, acquisition of vaccines and what have you. But what Rotary does actually, is beyond what I'm just saying now, is diverse. And it's a global thing. And if you are a Rotarian, you have a passport, to attend Rotary activities in any part of the world. It's quite global, and it's an organization that, that has a future, to turn the world to be a better place.
Well, a good one. I understand even before now that Rotary Club is a very rich club. And let's look at, as a point of digression anyway, are you looking forward to having prospective members?
Oh yeah, definitely. We call for members. In fact, in Rotary, we believe you are the missing piece. Those of you out there who are still not Rotarians. Rotary is actually made up of business and professional persons. Wow. So we try to encourage such persons to come and join Rotary so that the fight against whatever is going on in the community will be met within the fastest time.
Okay, your final words on this?
Yeah, my final words on this. Today's World Rotary Day. There are a lot of clubs worldwide actually carrying out projects that falls within the 7 areas of focus right now. So if you come out within your community, please come out. Join Rotary, friends, families, join us in the fight against polio, in the fight against COVID, in the fight against community economic development, maternal and child health. A lot of projects are going on today. In fact, for the whole week, and it will climax on Sunday, where majority of the clubs will come together and also celebrate this day.
Great. Edo Saige, your final words on this?
Yeah, first of all, let me clean up the myth. Rotary is not for the rich. Rotary is for everyone, including yourself.
No, I said it's a rich club.
Okay.
Or is it poor? Because if you look at the area of focus, it takes a rich mentality, not necessarily in monetary wise.
Yeah, okay.
It takes a rich mentality, it takes a rich people.
That's right.
Rich objectives,
yes, absolutely,
to carry out this goal.
Absolutely. My final word actually is, please, we want each one bring one, everybody to join the Rotary. And incidentally, before now, actually, you had just men, but it's men and women. And by 1987, the United States Supreme Court, overruled, some clubs, who had issues with admitting women. Okay. And we now have women as members now, So Rotary has quite grown, and I want the public to join the Rotary and assist the community. The government can't do it all, So we're happy. We're celebrating the World Rotary Day today, because it was formed February 23rd. 1905. Thank you.
Thank you for taking our time to be part of this show. The president of Rotary Club, Rotarian Hussein Oshobugie, and of course the assistant governor, Zone 3 District 9141, Rotarian Nosa Edo Osaige. Thank you also for whetting the appetite of prospective members joining the club. There's much you can take on this. Stay with me.